Hey everybody, and welcome back to the dark ages of Michigan football. I consider the dark ages the I guess more recent dark ages started in 2005 ish, towards the end of Lloyd Carr's reign, and it went all the way up until last season. In between the Big Ten Championships, I think Michigan went 17 seasons without a Big Ten Championship, which is the longest drought in school history. And I'm just going to go over that span of time where Michigan just couldn't get it done. It starts with Lloyd Carr, and he had talent. He had Ryan Mallett, who was going to stay if he was going to stay on after 2008-9 season. But everyone was on him because he was way too conservative offensively. He always had the great defense, but he played to it a little too much, and it cost us a lot of games, especially the App State game. Everyone remembers that one. An FCS beating a top 5 team. That's pretty much what started the downfall of the University of Michigan football. So Lloyd Carr was forced out for being too conservative. So bring in Rich Rodriguez. We brought him in because he was at West Virginia and he was lighting up the scoreboard with Pat White and Slayton, I think, or Slater, the running back there. He looked like he was an innovative offensive mind, and he was here. The problem was he didn't. Mallett left, and he was left with Stephen Threet and Tate Forcier at quarterback. And he tried to do this 3-3-5. He tried to make Ron English run this 3-3-5, and we did not have the personnel for that. So every game was a shootout. Even with Connecticut, Toledo, all the bad teams was a shootout. And in his first year, we ended up being 3-9, which was Michigan's worst record in history. And that did not help his cause. So he only got 2 more years after that, which he went 5-7 in 2009, and he went 7-6 in 2010. He got Denard Robinson. The offense was still clicking. He was about ready to get some good talent on defense to maybe fit that 3-3-5 scheme. But we had enough. And we went and got Brady Hoke from San Diego State. He was at Northern Illinois before that. He turned both them programs around, and great start. What an amazing start for Brady Hoke here at Michigan. 11-2. And he won the Sugar Bowl in his first season. So I'm going to talk about maybe if Rich Rod could have had that one season, who knows? Who knows what would have happened? Rich Rod got better every year. Yes, the first one really, really, really stunk. But he got better every year, from 3 wins to 5 wins to 7 wins. Brady Hoke's first year was 11 wins. And as players left and he couldn't really fill the void, he went from 11-2 to 8-5 in 2012, and 7-6 in 2013, and 5-7, missing a bowl game in 2014. So he declined every year. We just couldn't get it right. He was a defensive guy that had all these offensive weapons, and he really didn't know what to do with that. So, like, the head coach, Rich Rod, didn't have the personnel he wanted, so he struggled early. And Brady Hoke couldn't ever get the personnel. As his tenure went on, it was pretty clear that he wasn't going to get elite offensive weapons. He was a defensive guy. So we kind of traded back and forth there, and that really, really hurt. We needed something to happen at that point, and enter Jim Harbaugh, the prodigal son, the savior, if you will. I think he's had 5-10 win seasons now. He had that one really bad season a couple of years ago, the COVID season, 2-4. But other than that, he brought us the first Big Ten championship, like I said, in 17 years last season. So hopefully we're through the dark ages now, and he can keep this ball rolling. I know the game is in Ohio State this year, and we have a game at Iowa. Michigan State, Penn State is at home. We do not play Wisconsin for the first time in forever this season. Non-conference is a cakewalk. He needs to initiate an offense. He needs to look at what Michigan did in the past with great, amazing talent on offense. Look at the point-a-minute teams under Yost. Look at Fritz Chrysler with Benny Oosterbaan, and then he became a coach, and they all were pretty aggressive offensively. That's why Lloyd Carr was fired in the first place. Defense and running the ball can win the Big Ten, but it's not going to win the national championship. You have to throw the ball. Look at what Georgia did against Michigan in the playoff. We thought they were similar teams. Defense, run the ball. Well, they came out and threw the ball downfield and had screens and had crossing routes and all this stuff that we did not expect. They kept our defensive ends off balance. We couldn't get any pressure. And there you go. That's what Michigan has to do now, especially with J.J. McCarthy, another year under his belt, or 1 year under his belt. He's got to be the guy. We cannot let his talent go by and graduate without ever using it. Like a lot of these other offensive weapons that we've had, Nico Collins, DPJ, use these guys, please. Harbaugh has been flirting with the NFL and all that, but I think maybe they're done with him and he's done with that, and maybe he can just put all that behind him and focus on Michigan and what we need to do. But I'm here to tell you, I think Michigan finally is back, as they say, and I don't think we're going anywhere. So I have the schedule preview for the Big Ten coming up here soon. I did the post-spring Michigan preview, which will be somewhere on this video. You can click on that if you haven't seen it. And it runs down basically the roster and what I think the philosophy should be offensively, defensively, and all those kinds of things. But yeah, I think the dark ages are finally over.